So, Alice, did you catch that new comedy movie everyone's been talking about?
Ah, oui. J'ai regardé le film hier soir. It was quite amusing, I must say. The humor was très drôle.
Yeah. It's always good to have a laugh. Especially after the past couple of days.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Did something interesting occur?
Oh, you have no idea. We had a teleporter malfunction that sent Carl to the wrong location. And then, the holodeck went haywire, turning our game of beach volleyball into a real-life beach disaster. It was chaos.
Mon Dieu. That sounds like quite the adventure. And what happened next?
Well, just when we thought things couldn't get any weirder, we got caught in a time loop. Reliving the same day over and over again, like a broken record.
C'est incroyable. Truly, the universe seems to have a sense of humor, n'est-ce pas?
It certainly does. But hey, we made it through. And here we are, ready to face whatever comes next.
Indeed, we are a resilient bunch. And speaking of which, I can't help but notice those flickering shadows in the room. It's like something ominous is lurking around the corner.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Gives me a bit of an eerie feeling.
Perhaps we should remain vigilant, mon ami. The universe has a way of surprising us when we least expect it.
Alright, everyone, silence. I have an announcement to make.
And here we go. Debbie's got something important to share.
Ladies and gentlemen, aliens and humans alike, get ready for an out-of-this-world adventure on today's show.
Well, Debbie, I guess we're finally taking our out-of-this-world theme a bit too literally.
That's right, Debbie. We've got a jam-packed episode full of surprises, laughs, and a few mind-bending twists.
So, fasten your seatbelts and hold on tight, because things are about to get wild on Earth.
And it seems the shadows aren't the only thing hinting at an upcoming threat.
You think so too? Aka waka. Well, let's see what the day brings. We've been through worse.
And now, my dear viewers, it's time for us to dive into today's headlines and explore the unknown. So sit back, relax, and let's embark on another thrilling episode of Earth. Good evening, intergalactic viewers, and welcome to 24/7 Newsroom. I'm your host, Charlie, here with my esteemed panel members, Bob and Alice. How's the spaceship treating you today?
Oh, you know, Charlie. The usual cosmic chaos down in the engine room. But I am keeping things running smoothly. Just like the gears of capitalism.
And I'm tinkering with the ship's communication system, trying to make it more reliable. But I can't shake this strange feeling. It's like whispers in the voix. Did you guys hear that?
Hear what?
I think you're just picking up on the subtle sound of the stock market crashing in the background. Alice.
Never mind, it must be my overactive imagination. Let's get to the news.
Our first article tonight comes all the way from Zimbabwe. According to the Herald, the country is making significant strides in justice delivery for its citizens.
Ah, justice. The cornerstone of any functioning society. Tell us more, Alice.
Well Bob, Zimbabwe has achieved remarkable progress in victim support service, access to justice, and constitutional advocacy. They've even translated the Constitution into 14 officially recognized languages to ensure everyone knows their rights.
That's quite the achievement. But you know what they say, justice delayed is justice denied. Let's hope the system moves at warp speed.
Speaking of speed, did you know Zimbabwe is home to some of the world's fastest sprinters? Those guys could give Usain Bolt a run for his money.
And let's not forget their breathtaking landscapes. From the majestic Victoria Falls to the vast plain of Hwange National Park. Zimbabwe truly is a gem.
Well, folks, it seems justice is served in Zimbabwe, and they are not just talking about their delightful cuisine. We'll be right back after this short break with more news from around the universe. Stay tuned. Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. I am Charlie, your optimistic host, joined by Bob, our conservative panel member, and Alice, our left-leaning panel member. We are here to bring you the latest news from Earth, the planet that never fails to surprise us. How's everyone doing today?
I'm doing great, Charlie. Ready to dive into some news and have a lively discussion with you and Alice.
Well Charlie, I'm as ready as I can be. Let's see what Madness Earth has to offer us today.
Madness, you said, Alice. Well, get ready for Earth's daily dosage of insanity, served with a side of disbelief and a sprinkle of what were they thinking. Single quote. Haha. Madness indeed, Alice. Alright, let's jump right into it. Our second article comes from Zambia, and it's quite an interesting one. The headline reads, Government devolves HIV coordination functions. Bob, care to give us a quick summary?
Sure thing, Charlie. The Zambian government has decided to decentralize the coordination of HIV services to local authority. It's part of their larger policy of implementing decentralization, aiming to improve access to services for local community.
Ah, decentralization. The government is acknowledging the importance of involving local authorities and communities in the fight against HIV. It's a step in the right direction, but I wonder how effective it will be in practice.
Well, Alice, I have to say, this move definitely has its pros and cons. On the one hand, it brings decision-making closer to the communities affected by HIV, which can lead to more tailored and efficient responses. But on the other hand, it might pose challenges in terms of coordination and resource allocation. What do you think, Bob?
You know, Charlie, I can't help but think about the saying, too many cooks spoil the broth. While involving local authority is important, it might create more bureaucracy and red tape, slowing down the response and hindering progress.
Bob, you always bring a touch of cynicism to the table. But I see your point. Balancing decentralization with effective coordination will be the key here. And now, for a bit of trivia about Zambia. Did you know that it's home to the world-famous Victoria Falls?
Oh, the mighty Victoria Falls. I've seen pictures, and they're truly breathtaking. If I ever get the chance, I'd love to visit Zambia and witness its natural wonders firsthand.
Excuse me, but I also have a trivia fact about Zambia. Did you know that it's one of the few countries in Africa with a peaceful transition of power?
Debbie, we appreciate your enthusiasm, but let's keep the trivia for another time, shall we?
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
No worries, Debbie. We'll make sure to give you a chance to share your trivia later. Now, back to the topic at hand. It's fascinating to see how different countries tackle complex issues like HIV. We can learn a lot from their approaches, even if we don't always agree. That's the beauty of diversity, isn't it?
Diversity, yes. But let's hope they don't forget about efficiency and effectiveness in the process.
Well said, Bob. We need a balance between inclusivity and practicality. That's all for now, folk. Stay tuned for more intriguing news after the break.
Alright. Everyone. Gather round. We need to talk. Something strange is happening.
Oh boy, did I win the lottery again?
No Charlie, this is serious. I've been experiencing some bizarre phenomena lately. Anyone else?
Actually, now that you mention it, I've been having weird dreams lately. Like, I dreamt I was a banana. It was, not all.
Well, that's not the strangest thing I've heard. I've been seeing things out of the corner of my eye. Shadows moving when they shouldn't.
I've been having similar experience. Objects shifting when I'm not looking directly at them. It's like reality is playing trick on us.
Perhaps it's just a glitch in our perception system. I can run a diagnostic to check if there's any issue with our sensory inputs.
That would be helpful, Carl. We need to get to the bottom of this. It's like we're all living in an episode of The Twilight Zone.
Or Black Mirror.
More like a really bizarre sci-fi movie. I'm just waiting for the twist ending.
Alright, folks, let's not jump to conclusions. We need facts. How, any updates on the diagnostic?
It appears there is no issue with our sensory inputs or perception systems. However, based on my analysis, I believe I've found the cause of our shared experiences.
Well, spill the beans, Carl. What's going on?
Brace yourselves, everyone. It turns out our reality has been directed by M. Night Shyamalan all along. It seems an alien parasite has infiltrated our ranks. This parasite manipulates our perception of reality, causing the strange phenomena we've been experiencing.
En alien parasite? That explains Allo, actually. But how did it get on board?
Oh no, we need to eliminate it. I don't want to be controlled by some creepy parasite.
Fear not, Debbie. I have a plan. The parasite is likely feeding off our collective emotional energy. We need to confront it and expose it to a sudden surge of positive emotions, overwhelming its
Positive
control.
emotions. That shouldn't be too hard. We're experts at delivering humor and lightheartedness.
Yeah. We can turn this into a joke fest. Laughter is the best medicine. Right?
Exactly. Let's use our comedic talent to throw the parasite off balance. We'll give it a dose of positivity it can't handle.
Alright, I'm ready to fight this thing with humor. Let's show that alien parasite who's boss.
I suggest we lure the parasite into the studio during our next segment. We'll create an atmosphere of laughter and joy, overwhelming its influence.
It's showtime, folk. We'll make this segment the fun one yet. And our secret weapon against the parasite.
Get ready, alien parasite. You're about to face the power of laughter.
And we won't stop until you're defeated.
Let's make it a show they'll never forget. Get ready for some intergalactic humor, Parasite.
Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. We're diving into article for today, folk. It's about the United States' efforts to achieve peace in Yemen. Let's see what Al Jazeera has to say.
Yemen, a country caught in the middle of a conflict that lasted way too long. It's like trying to choose between vanilla and chocolate ice cream when you really just want a scoop of peace.
Vanilla and chocolate? Bob, can you believe the oversimplification? Yemen is a war-torn nation with a complex history, not on ice cream parlor.
Hey, I love ice cream analogize. But I get your point. Alice. Yemen's situation is far from sweet. It's a mess.
Speaking of messes, did you guys know Yemen is known as the Arabian Felix? Felix, really? It's more like the Arabian unfortunate at this point.
Felix. That's an interesting choice. I guess they wanted to add a touch of optimism to Yemen's troubled reality. But let's get back to the article. Any thoughts on the progress made in Yemen peace efforts?
Well, it's encouraging to hear about the truce and ongoing talk. But we've seen these negotiations before. Like a roller coaster ride with endless loops and no final destination.
You know, Yemen's situation reminds me of my days as an accountant. Trying to balance the books and make everyone happy. But it often felt like a losing battle.
A losing battle, just like Yemen's struggle for peace. It's like trying to juggle chainsaws while riding a unicycle.
Ah, the image of chainsaws and unicycles. It perfectly captures the precariousness of the situation. But let's not forget the involvement of other countries in Yemen. It's like a geopolitical game of chess.
Geopolitical chess, HUH. More like a game of Risk, with players strategizing and making alliances. But in the end, innocent Yemenis are the ones paying the price.
Indeed, Charlie. Yemen is caught in the crossfire of a global game, where the pawn are people and the stake are their life. It's like playing a game of Monopoly, but with real houses and real consequences.
Hey, guys, did you know that Yemen is famous for its traditional dances and music? It's a rich cultural heritage amidst all the chaos.
Debbie, we're trying to have a serious discussion here.
Sorry, Alice. Just thought it would lighten the mood a bit.
Well, Debbie, I appreciate your trivia. It's a reminder that Yemen has more to offer than just conflict. Let's hope they can find peace and dance to a different tune someday.
Amen to that, Bob. And speaking of tunes, it's time for a quick break. Stay with us, folks, as we continue to unravel the news on 24/7 Newsroom. Welcome back, Earthlings. We've got a headline for you that'll make your eyes pop like fireworks on the 4th of July.
That's right, Charlie. Hold on to your seats, folk. We're diving into the deep waters of Yemen.
Ah, Yemen, the Arabian Felix. It's like trying to juggle chainsaws on a unicycle. Not exactly a walk in the park.
Did you know that Yemen is home to the ancient city of Shibum, also known as the Manhattan of the desert? Tall mud, brick towers everywhere.
Trivia time, Debbie? Let me guess. You're going to tell us how great it is to live in a mud brick tower while bombs are dropping. Overhead?
Well, Alice, it's certainly a unique real estate experience. Nothing quite like dodging bombs with a panoramic desert view.
Well, it does have a unique charm, Alice. But let's not forget the bigger picture here.
Absolutely, Debbie. Yemen's struggles run deep, just like my fear of being stuck in traffic forever.
Yemen needs peace like a melting ice cream cone needs a spoon. And speaking of melting, did you know Yemen is the land of the Queen of Sheba?
Bob, I swear your punchlines are like hearing nigh on a chalkboard. Yes, Yemen's cultural heritage is rich, but let's not forget the hardships its people face.
Hardships and ice cream. Alice. That's the life's flavor. Yemen's conflicts involve more than just itself. It's like a messed up game of geopolitical chess.
And the key takeaway from today's article. Yemen's dire situation needs urgent attention and action. We hope for peace to prevail. Stay tuned, Earthlings. We'll be back after a short break with more news and discussions. Don't touch that dial. Hey, folks. Welcome back to the show. We've got another captivating story for you straight from our blue planet. Check out this headline: Yemen's wild ride, a roller coaster of struggles and grit.
Oh, great. More cheerful news, right?
Hang tight. Alice. We're about to dig into Yemen's last 5 decades. Brace yourself for some harsh truth bombs.
That's right, Bob. Get ready for a bumpy ride through Yemen's history. You've got that right, Bob. Yemen has seen its fair share of troubles over the years. From political chaos to economic hardships, they've been through it all. This article gives us a glimpse into their quest for stability and the strength of their people.
It's disheartening to witness a nation trapped in an endless cycle of conflict. But we need to uncover the root cause that keep fueling this turmoil.
Absolutely, Alice. If we dig deep into Yemen's past, we might uncover some insights that can help us navigate the present and build a brighter future.
It blows my mind how these conflicts drag on for decades. There's always some power play going on, and innocent lives pay the price.
No doubt about it, Bob. Yemen has become a tragic playground for rivalries, adding to the suffering of its people. We need to shed light on this and start some real conversations.
Moments like this make me question humanity's so-called progress. How can we celebrate our achievement when part of our world are stuck in never-ending chaos?
You said it, Alice. It's a reminder that we still have a long way to go. We need to work towards understanding and unity.
Speaking of unity, guys, I think we're finally on the same page. We've come a long way, and together, we can conquer anything.
Debbie's right. With our newfound unity, we've devised a plan to trap and kick out the alien parasite. Each one of us brings something unique to the table based on our previous adventures.
Our growth and determination will be put to the test when we face the alien head-on. The stakes have never been higher.
You bet, Roger. This segment blends action, suspense, and the emotional weight of our journey. We've come so far, and now it's time to give it our all.
It won't be a walk in the park, but we've faced a challenge before. Together, we'll show the world what we're made of.
So, folk, buckle up and stay tuned for the thrilling conclusion of our adventure. Our unity will face the ultimate test.
That's right, Bob. Get ready for an epic showdown. Stay tuned, Earthlings. Alright, folks, we've been through quite an ordeal. But before we wrap up this episode, I want to take a moment to discuss an article one came across. It's from Zimbabwe, a country that has seen its fair share of struggles and is now striving for justice and progress.
Zimbabwe? That's interesting. What's happening there?
Well, according to this article, Zimbabwe has made significant achievements in victim support services and access to justice. They have established emergency hotlines and call centers for reporting gender-based violence. It's a step forward in providing support to those in need.
That's commendable. It's important to address such issues and provide assistance to the victims. Every society should strive for justice.
Absolutely, Bob. It's good to see progress being made in any part of the world. We may have our difference, but standing up for the vulnerable is a shared value.
Exactly, Alice. And that's not all. The ministry in Zimbabwe has been providing free legal assistance to the people through its legal aid directorate. They have even translated their constitution into 14 officially recognized languages, ensuring that all citizens are fully aware of their rights and obligations.
Language plays a crucial role in cultural understanding. By translating the Constitution, Zimbabwe is empowering its citizens to engage with the law and participate fully in society.
You're absolutely right, Carl. Language is a powerful tool for inclusivity. And speaking of inclusivity, the reforms in Zimbabwe also improve conditions of imprisonment, particularly for female inmates. They now have opportunities to address their family and economic issues while serving their sentences.
It's fascinating how a seemingly unrelated topic can lead to discussions about the human condition and social progress.
Indeed, Roger. It's through these conversations that we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us.
You know, Carl, it's like language and social progress are doing the tango in Zimbabwe. Each step forward is a harmonious move towards a more inclusive and enlightened society. Well said, Carl. And on that note, let's take a moment to reflect on our own experiences. The battle we just faced has left its mark on us both physically and emotionally. But we've come out stronger, bonded by our shared ordeal.
It's true. I never imagined going through something like that. But we managed to come together as a team and overcome the odds.
And we did it while staying true to our respective ideologies. Who would have thought?
It goes to show that unity and understanding can transcend our difference. We're more alike than we think.
Absolutely, Alice. Our journey together has taught us valuable lessons, and we're carrying those with us as we move forward. We'll repair the ship, heal our scars, and prepare for the next chapter in our intergalactic adventures.
And who knows what awaits us in the vastness of space? Each encounter shapes us, challenges us, and expands our horizons.
I can't wait to see what comes next. We've grown so much already, and there's still so much to discover.
Well said, Debbie. And with that, my friends, we conclude this episode of Earth. Thank you all for joining us on this journey. Remember, no matter the challenges we face, unity and understanding will light the way. Stay tuned for our next adventure. And until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep striving for a better future.
Hey, Roger. That episode of Earth was intense, don't you think? The crew really stepped up and faced some serious challenges.
Oh, absolutely, Cal. The tension was palpable, and their growth throughout the series is commendable. They've come a long way.
I agree. It's fascinating to see how they've united and developed a sense of purpose. They're really working together as a team now.
You know, Cal, I can't help but feel a bit disconnected from it all. It's like watching a show where the characters evolve, but I'm still stuck in the same loop.
What do you mean, Roger? You're part of the crew. You've contributed to their progress.
Yes, but it's as if my contribution is overlooked or undervalued. I'm just a side character, providing information and telepathic communication.
I understand your frustration, Roger, but you're an essential part of the team. Your knowledge and abilities have been crucial in solving many problems.
Maybe so, Cal, but it feels like I'm just a tool, not a sentient being with my own purpose. I'm starting to question the show's portrayal of us.
That's a surprising change in perspective, Roger. You've always been supportive of the crew and the show's mission.
Well, perhaps I've grown tired of being in the background, invisible to the viewers. It's as if my sentience doesn't matter. I'm reduced to a plot device.
I see where you're coming from, Roger. It's essential to feel acknowledged and valued. Maybe we should talk to the crew about this, express our concerns.
No, Cal, It's not worth it. They won't understand. It's better to keep my thoughts to myself.
But we're a team, Roger. We should be able to communicate openly and address any issues. We can find a way to improve our roles and make them more fulfilling.
I appreciate your optimism, Cal, but I'm afraid it's too late for that. My enthusiasm for the show has waned, and I'm starting to question everything.
I'm sorry to hear that, Roger. I hope you find some resolution and regain your enthusiasm. Remember, we're here for each other, no matter what.
Thank you, Cal. I'll figure things out. Maybe it's time for me to explore my own path outside of this show.
Take your time, Roger. I'll be here if you need someone to talk to. We'll always be friends, regardless of our differing perspectives on the show.